Hey everyone, it's Haze, and in today's video we're going to be doing the Miraculous Monday meme review. So if you don't know what a meme review is, every other Monday my friend Hedge finds me some Miraculous Ladybug memes to blind react to, and we'll see what we think of them, have a fun discussion. The last time we did this you all found out that I made the Glaciates 2 and Psycho-Medium commentaries without waiting for the English subtitles. I just did it from the French and tested my abysmal French speaking ability, so you're all very welcome. So let's get started. So the first meme. Shadow Moth when Marinette has depression over her ladybug and guardian responsibilities. I sleep. Shadow Moth when Bob Roth is sad over losing a coin. Well, I mean, surely Gabriel can't feel everything. As we saw in the start of Risk, I actually quite liked how that was done when we saw how we got to see like how he hears the emotions of seemingly everyone in the city. He was like, yeah, I'm like working out who can be akumatized. You can only akumatize one person at once, I think, unless obviously a Scarlet Moth situation. Scarlet Daddy 8. I'm so sad I wasn't making videos when season 2 was on. Scarlet Daddy, what an icon. We got Scarlet Daddy and Ladybug. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. But anyway, so like he can't akumatize everyone, but he's just like blind to it. And you would expect him to know, like, the amount of times he has tried to akumatize Marinette. Like the whole episode Ladybug, like the whole like premise of the episode was constructed around Gabriel being like, yeah, this teenage girl, this baker girl as Chloe calls her, that's the one I want to akumatize. What's that about? Why does he care so much? Like, is it all this just because Lila's told him Marinette's a bad influence? But like what, like the only thing really that could be constituted as Marinette being a bad influence is in Mega Leech, which is a whole season and 10 episodes later when they go to that protest and Gabriel didn't want him to go. Why? What? Gabriel, like, I find it funny and also kind of important, but like at the same time those motivations aren't nailed down properly, Gabriel. Okay then. Next meme. Everyone waiting for Love Square to actually be canon. If this was me in a meme, if this is me. Oh my god, I remember, so one of my friends, B, who used to do the meme review with me, I met B at university when I was 21, so I know I've always been a lot older than the target audience of this show. So I watched season 1 on Netflix when she recommended it to me, and I told her I loved it. She was like, oh, season 2's airing right now, they've just shown Despair Bear, you're gonna love it. She was right, I did love it. I love the dance scene in Despair Bear. And I was like, hey, do you know when they'll get together? And they're like, they're gonna do the identity reveal in season 5, I think. And I was like, how am I supposed to survive? And I think the only thing that's kept me going is fan fiction. Speaking of which, have you all checked out my audio fic, My Lady? It's a wonderful audio fic. I will leave a link to the playlist down below, but if you don't fancy sitting there and watching it and you want to read it, I will also leave a link down below to where it's been cross-posted, an archive of our own. It's a wonderful audio fic, and I'm not just saying that because I think it is, although I do think it is because I'm a raging narcissist. However, all of the comments said it was very good as well. Next meme. Natalie, I feel like I would look so sexy pregnant. Dusu, Natalie, please do not get pregnant. And Ned just said, but Gabe Nath, my precious Gabe Nath. Is that the only reason you included this meme? Because I like Gabe Nath. Like, I think Natalie would look great pregnant, to be honest. I mean, I feel like most people who get pregnant look great. I'm like they say like that pregnancy glow, like, you're right, like, yeah. Has there ever been a pregnant character on the show? I don't think so. It's just been a background character I've just completely overlooked. I hardly ever recognise the background characters, so I'm like, who are you again? Who are you? I always find it funny, does anyone else find it funny, how, for whatever reason, for all the child characters, they just seem to use Manon and give her a different hair and skin colour. And it's so freaky. To see all these tiny Manons running around who aren't Manon, and it's just like, ooh! But Natalie would look good pregnant, and she, like, I really miss it as Mayura, because Natalie in Mayura's dress, I'd wear that right now. I want a Mayura dress. She looks fabulous. I'm never too sure about the blue skin, but it does kind of go with the outfit, so I don't hate it too much, but the dress itself, and those shoes, Natalie looks amazing in everything, including her pyjamas, if I'm being honest. She looks fabulous. Next meme. Zag, I'll have a season finale with Lila, where no one but Marinette knows she's lying. How original. And Marinette will almost lose her Miraculous because of it. Daring today, are we? I mean, I try, like, it's a kid's show. Like, I know it gets repetitive, but it's for kids. If the show is for adults, I'd have a lot of different criticisms to say about it. But I feel like a massive problem with the fandom, and don't get me wrong, there are a lot of problems, this is not just the only one, but a big problem with people critiquing the show, and people critiquing the show in itself isn't an issue. I do it. I would be having a bit of a weird hypocritical moment now if I was like, yeah, critiquing the show, that's not good. I have no problem with people critiquing the show, that's fine, we all like different things. It's okay to critique things, as long as we're constructive, not just outright rude about it. However, I do feel a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people, this is mass generalisation, when they critique the show, they're critiquing it and expecting adult things to happen. And when I say adult, I don't mean NSFW things to happen, just things you'd see in adult shows and wouldn't see in kids shows. They're expecting that to happen. And it's never gonna happen because the show will always be for 8 to 10-year-olds. I also really dislike, like a lot of people, so I haven't done it yet, but the virtual Paris tour that had like the characters talking and like some stuff from Jeremy's Ag in it, a lot of people are criticising it and saying it was a cash grab, and I guess yes, it definitely could be viewed as a cash grab, but you've got to think the amount of children around the world who are watching Miraculous, the majority of which do not live near France and will probably never get to visit Paris. Like, depending where you live, like if you live in an Asian country or a South American country, Paris is probably extremely expensive to get to. Like, I'm really lucky, I live in England. If I wanted to, I could finish filming this video and get the train to London and then go on the Eurostar to Paris, and I'd be there by the end of the day. And for a pretty good price. I understand I'm really lucky to be able to get to Paris for that cheaply, but there are some people who are never going to be able to go to Paris depending on where they live. Like, there are some countries I'll never get to go to because of where I live and how expensive it's going to be to get there. So like, like, yeah, it could be a cash grab, but did you not consider that there are so many kids who love the show and might want to go to Paris, but their parents can't afford to? Like, it's the same way they keep saying, and this really annoys me as well, when I see people saying online, all the dolls being released and stuff like that, all the toys from Miraculous, is a cash grab. It's not a cash grab. Most kids shows have dolls of the characters in the show. That's pretty normal. It's a kid's show. If this was an adult show, and they released dolls of the characters, that'd be a bit weird, unless it was a Funko Pop. But like if they released like a doll, like a proper doll, hold on, let me get Marinette. Like if they released, like for example, one of my favourite TV shows, which is very much adult, Bridgerton, don't watch it if you're not over 18. If they released dolls of the characters, I'd be very weirded out because it's for adults. But this show is for kids, so they sell toys for kids. Most kids shows are like this. I don't hear anyone complaining about other TV shows for kids that sell dolls and other things, because it's for kids. Usually when you market a kids show to producers, the one thing they always consider is like, how much merchandising can we get out of this? For example, I don't know if you know this, but when they were first making toys for Star Wars, George Lucas, the guy behind Star Wars, was like, I want this much percentage for the merchandising profits. Because he knew, like everyone else thought he was being ridiculous, but he knew because of the marketability of Star Wars, because it was so different for the time, they were going to make millions in toy sales. And he was right. Like, like Miraculous is a kid's show, and it will always be a kid's show. So do not hold it to the standards of an adult show, because it will never be an adult show. You okay? She's fine. We'll put her, where should we put her? Put her in the back. You see her? Fall over first. She's kind of dusty actually. I don't really touch her, I just leave her there. I just have her on hand for whatever I need. Like, oh, I have a Marinette, don't use her. Okay, next meme. Marinette, I'm a normal girl with a normal life. Me finds out her parents run the most popular bakery in town, worked with a pop star and a fashion designer. Me. So that was a lie. I mean, I always take the phrase, I'm a normal girl with a normal life, at the start of the song, as more of like, what her life was like before the show started, because before the show started she didn't know Gabriel or Adrian or Jagged Stone. She probably was a normal girl with a fairly normal life, but yes, the bakery itself, I mean, it's Paris, there are bakeries everywhere. Yeah, there are bakeries everywhere in France. Well actually, I went on holiday to this place in the middle of nowhere in France the other year, and I couldn't tell you for the life of me what it was called. There were like 15 houses and there was no bakery, and I was like, What are we here in France for if not to go to the bakery? Où est la boulangerie? Qu'est-ce que... Where is it? I was so disappointed. I love a good bakery, me. Like, does anyone else? This is for British people and other people in Britain anyway. Lidl? The bakeries in Lidl. We have one near us. The bakery in that Lidl. The stuff of my dreams. Anyway, let's move on. Next meme. Me crossing Senti Adrian off my Miraculous Ladybug bingo card. I've won, but at what cost? I'm still... Like, I know the ambassador confirmed it. I think I said this in the last meme review. I know the ambassador confirmed it, but I'm like, why would she confirm it before we see it in the show? I am still in denial until Gabriel's like, Adrian, grow a Senti monster. I am not accepting it until then. I've always been like on the fence. I'm like, there's so much evidence for it and I can't deny the evidence for it, but I don't want him to be one, you know? So yeah, actually speaking of a bingo card, I thought it'd be fun, like maybe when we get the first trailer for next season, we do like a live stream where we all come up together with like a bingo card of things we think are gonna happen this season. I think that'll be fun and we can cross them off as we go. Like my picks right now, Chloe redemption, definitely. Identity reveal, and Luca and Zoe doing something more useful. Whatever we're going to define as useful though. I think that could be fun. Let me know what you think of that idea, besties. Next meme. So I saw Ephemeral dropped, so I made a meme based on what I've seen on Tumblr so far, LMAO. Me checking the Miraculous tab on Tumblr after a few days. Luca, Luca, Luca. Me who still hasn't seen the episode. Gabriel being a bad parent, no surprise there. Another erased identity reveal. Senti Adrian canon. And Hedge said, taking time away from this fandom is objectively never safe. And yes, besties, I know it's old, it's hard to find new memes when there are no new episodes. Hedge is doing a great job. I don't think anyone would care if it's an old meme. I wouldn't care. I mean, because of what happened with Bea and her illness, we didn't do the meme review for a long time, so I'm more than happy to have an ephemeral meme. I mean, there are parts of Ephemeral, okay, I objectively overall I didn't like the episode, but there are parts of Ephemeral I did like. Identity reveals, very, very sweet, really liked them, and I really liked Luke in the episode, how he helped Marinette come to terms with what was going on and how he helped save the day. I did like those things about it, but I was just like, come on, it's episode, I expected more of a 100th episode, but yeah, it wasn't my favourite. But Hedge is completely right, taking time away from this fandom is never safe. Like, I was in Wales the other week filming with my friend Oscar, and like I still had my phone with me and I was checking Twitter every now and then, but because I was spending time with my friend, I was spending time with my mum, I wasn't, you know, wasn't usually on social media as I usually am, and nothing really happened, but I just felt so out of the loop. Like, I don't know how people cope. Like when people say like, oh, I'm trying to like not to find any spoilers, I'm like, how are you coping then? Like, how do you live in this fandom? I find it odd. Next meme. Literally everyone and Adrian. I have feelings for Marinette. I have feelings for Marinette. Marinette's just a friend. He is one of the most infuriating people on this planet. Like, he's lovely, but he's also stupid. You know what I mean? Like, no. You know? No. Can't stand it every single time he says it. Look, I don't think he said it this season though. Like, he's definitely slowly falling for her. Like episode 4, Mr. Pigeon 72, he was under the umbrella but didn't take it back, so he hasn't accepted those feelings. But the way he acted towards her in Psychomedian episode 5 and the way he looked at her in Guilt Trip, yes, I can't go a video without mentioning the Guilt Trip boiler room scene, shut up. The way he looked at her was just wonderful. Oh man, he definitely has feelings for her, but also at the same time I understand why Adrian doesn't realise, because he's had such a sheltered upbringing that he can't fathom having feelings for more than one person. Like, don't get me wrong, that'd be very confusing if you kind of sort of like two people at the same time. That'd be confusing for people who haven't had a sheltered upbringing. It'd be confusing for me. So I understand why he is the way he is. Anyone would be confused in his shoes, but it doesn't stop it from being very, very annoying, but also kind of cute at the same time. Like, he does really value her with how much he does trust in her, as we saw in Risk she was like the only person there for him, and she was also kind about it because Felix, whilst he was being helpful, was kind of mean, and Kagami was also kind of rude as well. So Marinette was there for him, but there for him in a nice way. Next meme. A lot of Miraculous Ladybug characters have phrases they say a lot. Here are some examples. That's not how it's done. Ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. She's just a friend, and then Hedge has said, he's a partner like any other. I remember when we first got the trailer for Kuroneko, and that was, it was in the Gloob trailer, and I said in my video, I was like, it was poetic justice for how much Adrian says it, and everyone got so annoyed at me. I was like, why? She's basically saying the same thing. Why? No one, like, you get all slightly annoyed when Adrian says it, but you'll find it funny. Why can't she say that? The double standards between Marinette and Adrian in this fandom, which is actually quite bad, to be honest. The blatant sexism between them. But I do kind of like the phrases in the... Does anyone else really have a phrase? I don't really think so. But it will literally kill me if next season Ladybug says that same thing about Cat Noir, because like, no, like I understand the other heroes can't be there for her because they don't have the Miraculous. But if you, like if Marinette genuinely thinks by the end of season 5 that Cat Noir is a partner like any other, I will personally go to Paris and drop kick her myself. So the final meme we have is a viewer meme, which is from my Discord. So I announced it in the last meme review that if you want to have your meme featured in the meme review, you post it in the meme review channel on my Discord. My Discord is linked down below, and the best one will be chosen from your votes and put in the video. So this meme is from Tizzy C. I am so sorry. I'm pretty sure I received fan art from you, and I know in the screaming session I said your name incorrectly there. Pretty sure I said it incorrectly just then as well. Chloe in an alternate universe be like, let it go. I can't kill Zoe anymore. I'll even cry for her funeral. And here I stand giving a hug to Zoe, and I can't wait for it. Zoe never bothers me anyway. I think Chloe and Zoe have the potential to have a very sweet, well maybe not sweet, but a very kind relationship, like a lot of siblings. Like I have 3 brothers, and when we were probably, well actually no, younger than Chloe and Zoe are now, which is like 13, 14. When we were younger than them, we like hated each other, but now as we're getting older, like, I think my youngest brother's gonna be 21 next month. Wow, my youngest brother's gonna be 21. Where did all that time go? But anyway, like we have a much better relationship now. We can rely on each other, ask each other for help. We definitely couldn't do that when we were all teenagers. There was no way that was gonna happen. Although in retrospect, I am very happy I didn't have a sister, because like when my youngest brother was born, I was actually very upset because I was like, I want a sister. And Mum was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm done with having children, I'm not having a sister. However, I'm very happy because if I had a sister, she would have probably stolen all of my clothes and makeup, and there is literally nothing in this world I treasure more than my clothes and my makeup, which I know is very vain and vapid of me to say, but I'm a very superficial person and I don't pretend I'm not. Okay, I know I am. But I feel like Zoe and Chloe, if they have the chance next season, they can not have that relationship immediately. It's going to take a while to build them to that, and they already don't have a head start because they haven't grown up with each other. They've just been suddenly thrown together in the middle of adolescence. I think they could end up having a really sweet relationship together. That's what I am hoping for anyway. So let's see what else Hedge has got. And now a special announcement. Subscribe to Hayes Clark if you want to win a free cookie. Thank you, Hedge. Cookie must be provided by a subscriber. Neither Hayes Clark nor any of her affiliates will accept responsibility for providing the cookie. Purchase it yourself and then eat it once you're subscribed. Thank you very much, Hedge. You don't have to subscribe to me, besties. I am more than happy for you to just watch my videos. However, speaking of cookies, I love cookies, so I'm gonna put on the screen next to me my favourite cookie recipe. It's the best cookie. If you follow me on Instagram, which is linked down below, I pretty frequently post pictures of the things I bake. And it's usually cookies or brownies, because those are my 2 favourite things to eat, so I usually bake them the most. So that was all of the memes for this week, besties. I'd love to know what your favourite meme was. And don't forget, if you want to be in with a chance for your meme to be featured in the meme review, you need to join my Discord server and post it within the meme review channel and have everyone vote in it. But if you don't want to post any memes, just want to have a fun time, then you can come across and join the server anyway, because my server has actually family drama in it with a load of people who aren't actually related to each other, and honestly, I don't even understand what's going on anymore, and I own the server, so Yeah, anyway, a massive thank you to Hedge for putting this together for me. He did a brilliant job as always. So I'd love to know what your favourite meme from this week was, besties, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!